Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Caves of Cud, where presumably Archive has had enough time to fix up whatever the hell device he's playing with over here. So I guess let's just check in. Oh, it's working! Genius! Genius! Noise and the static. I hear it. I hear. What's this? What is that? Wait. It's repeating itself. Archive mumbles to himself for several minutes, and we just stand here. Apprentice, come here. Something strange is occurring. The conduit is picking up a signal, some sort of repeating transmission. I cannot decipher it, however. I lack cryptogull eggs, and, well, never you mind. I have a great task for you, my apprentice. Do you accept it? Do I get to know what it is? Yes. You must seek out Barathrum the Old, the eldest and wisest tinker alive. He lives with his followers, the Barathrumites, under the Arch of Gritgate to the northeast, in the jungle-strangled ruins of Cud. He will know what to make of the signal. My eyes read a little bit faster than my mouth does, so... okay, who are these Barathrumites? The disciples of Barathrum. Mostly Urshib, like their mentor. Quilled albino bears who prefer their candle-dim caves to the sun-salted surface of the jungle. 1,000 years ago, Barathrum and his kin crossed the Homs Delta into the rusting heart of Cud. He has spent centuries peeling the chrome shells off of Time's artifacts in his workshop. If he cannot decipher the signal, no one can. Yeah, okay. I'm down to hang out with some albino cave bear tinkers. I accept your task. Oh, splendid. Perfect. Let me record the signal to disk, which you'll need to guard with your life, I'm afraid. I'll bring up a droid scrambler for you, too. You see, the Barathrumites have programmed a troop of way droids to guard the approach to Gritgate. With the scrambler, you'll needn't worry about them. You just wait there. Archive mumbles to himself for several more minutes. Okay, here you are. Now off. Go, off with you. You live long enough to do my bidding. Away. Okay, well, I mean, that's something. So, we got our stamped data disk. It is time to head over to Gritgate, or rather, it's time to... Listen, we could head over to Gritgate. I am a little concerned that if we head right there, we might get murdered. I'm not feeling super powerful yet. I mean, we've handled, like, the snapjaws and stuff that we've seen pretty well, but there are worse things in the world. So what I am wondering is if it might be better for us to just explore a little bit. Like, we could certainly use some more skill points. We could certainly use some more gear. What is that? Oh, Bethesda Sousa. Okay, I vaguely remember some stuff about Bethesda Sousa. That's a distant concern. I mean, maybe this is a good time to go to the Stilt. We still don't really have a ton of stuff to sell. Not very good at selling things anyway. This armor that we're wearing is 2 armor minus 1 dodge. It's probably better to switch to the studded leather. Like I said, I think armor value is generally a little bit more valuable than dodge. We could sure use some more, like, some kind of helmet maybe. Gloves. Gloves would be cool. Boots that actually do something. You know what? Actually, let's drop back into Joppa here. Let's go talk to Tam. Oh, hey. An important thing that I forgot to mention. I think I forgot to put this in my beginner's guide too, which is a shame because it's actually really useful. If you hit backspace, you can it pulls up a menu of all of the points of interest that you are aware of within the current screen. And then if you select one of those things, your character will just navigate over there by themselves, and I think that is rad. That is a rad behavior. Okay, so unfortunately, my man does not really have any armor for us. We have some gloves, which would certainly be helpful, except they are the most expensive. They also give you cold resistance, which I guess matters. Apes also will have feelings about that. If you encounter the Incredible Hulk while you're wearing those big green Hulk hands, I wonder if he has the same kind of opinions. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe we just want to head out. No, we should sell off these weapons at the very least. Like, I know they're not worth very much, but also we are not. We're not actually going to be able to pick up that much more stuff as things stand right now. Hold on, did I picked up this whole chest? Well, that's not very smart. Apparently those are quite valuable, though. We're definitely not going to be using any short bows for combat anytime soon. We have this shield, but we're pretty into our dual wield thing. We're very well set up for it, so... the Jopper Recoiler also has a power cell of some kind in it. We should examine these and figure out what they are, although, of course, I am concerned about destroying them. Copper nuggets are always, I believe, worth the same no matter how much ego you have, so it's a pretty nice thing for us to be able to sell. We still have a fair amount of ammo, but you know what? Ammo's really cheap. We may as well buy off the rest of what he's got. And then as long as we're selling stuff, all of this armor that we have here is pretty expensive. I think the fidget cells are repairable. The kudzu stems we can cook with, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that might... We should probably sell some of this stuff. The whip is a weird thing. Sturdy. This item cannot break or crack. You know, a whip that can't crack seems like maybe not a very useful item. So it doesn't actually say what weapon class it's in. I guess it's a sort of a unique thing. I don't think we're going to use it. We can probably just sell it off. And then yeah, I'm not going to use a two-handed weapon either. So right now, that's a fair amount of extra water to work with. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to hold on to our rusted fidget cell in the hopes that I can repair it eventually. We'll see how realistic that turns out to be. So, in terms of our weapons here, there's a way to... Okay, yeah. If you hold Alt, it shows the tooltip for this weapon and also the thing that you currently have equipped in your main hand. So... Okay, the stun rod obviously has a chance of stunning people when you hit with them, although it's a little bit of a bummer that it doesn't actually say that explicitly. Let me remove the cell. And then we're going to just have a quick look at that individually. It is a chem cell. Okay. And then... Okay, the Jopper Recoiler also contains a chem cell. Once you've identified a thing in the world, every time you see another thing of that same type, obviously you just get it. So this is a steel hand axe, 6 penetration, 1d3 plus 1. It is in fact better than this other stuff. So we could just sell this stuff, but at this point we're doing a lot better on carry weight. I think we can just head up to the 6-day stilt, and hopefully we'll be able to carry any cool loot we find on the way there. So I do want to have the chance of encountering ruins and stuff, which is why I'm not walking into the open desert where, you know, obviously the open desert, it's just like kind of big and flat for the most part. There are also some real dangers. You can see here we have some Isachari raiders These guys are whatever. They have knives. But there are Isachari who carry those rifles, like the one that we were not able to purchase from Tam at the beginning. And obviously, having a bunch of rifle dudes coming at you in the great big open desert, not so good. You tend to die very quickly. And that is far from the worst thing you could see there. So we know that we're right on the north edge of this biome. I'm going to head this way. We're going to just reveal a couple more screens here, see if we can't regain our bearings. Oh, okay. A Dromad caravan. We can just ask them what's up. So, got some caravan guards who would definitely kick our asses. Shot ink decorates the dulls on his long neck in one of the 1,000 patterns of the camel folk. His ears are arrayed with gilded rings, and eyelashes flow down his face like water vine fronds. Across his back, a hump of moistured and healthy fat pushes his center of mass skyward. They also have some great saltbacks. Presumably these are their beasts of burden. Words fail to contain the paradox of his domesticated immensity. Drifts on the cultural seas have swept a particular fable to your attention. Long ago, far away, folks supposed all of everything rested on the back of a world tortoise. Surely that flight of fancy came to someone gazing on a great saltback. Or does your own vision echo through the past to partake in its creation? We can see he has the physical feature of a great stomp. You can look at that and just be like, ooh, that's gonna hurt. All right, well, let's go see what's up with this trader. Hi. First of all, no longer lost. Second, let's trade, friend. So what do you have? You certainly have a lot of bullets. You have a couple of odd trinkets. Ooh, a chrome revolver. That is a very expensive gun. And then just some miscellaneous garbage, basically. We are nowhere near being able to afford this. Yeah, I don't think we can really afford anything interesting here, except, I mean, I think it makes sense to take the bullets. Yeah, I'll give you a couple of drams of water for this ammunition. That's fine. All right. So we may as well go ahead and zoom back up. So one of the biggest concerns when you're walking around in the open desert... Wow, lost again already. Okay, well, at least there is some experience to be earned here. So how do we want to approach this? It is quite dark, so they can't see nearly as well as we can. Again, look at the top right of the screen. You can see the moon is high. So that should reduce the danger of those two over there with the arrows at least a little bit. Ow. He dropped an iron dagger and a wooden buckler. I'm not even going to bother to try to pick these up right now. Set of cloth overalls. Yeah, whatever. Wow, there are a lot of them, huh? So I'm trying to be careful to never step into a tile that is adjacent to one of them, because obviously if you just walk right up next to them, they get a nice clean shot on you on their turn. Like that, for example. Cracked my armor. And dazed us, damn. You know, bronze daggers are pretty light. These guys are certainly not worth very much experience. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed space when there was nothing in our tile except for the Snapjaw's corpse. I certainly do not want to carry around 40 pounds of Snapjaw. Where did that brute go? I guess, did he get killed? Huh. Here we are. Alright, the good news is we can basically do this all day. It is not very difficult for us to kill these dudes. The bad news is they are hardly worth any experience. You know what? I'm not even going to bother. Okay, we regained our bearings, and also, check this out. We see a rad scorpion. Motes of salt hang still on the notches of its chitin and in the air above it. Behind its stinger coils in harmonic virtue. Okay, well, I don't really want to deal with those raiders. If we just get far enough away from the surviving snapjaws, we should be able to just pull up here now that we've recognized our surroundings a little bit. Actually, you know what? How many skill points do we have available? 122. Because the thing we could do is pick up a wilderness lore. Well, I guess we'd have to start by picking up wayfaring as a whole. We did get pointed circle, so I guess if you have bloodletter, this attack's chance to cause bleeding is guaranteed. I kind of want to save up for bloodletter so that we can stack bleeds on people. So I guess I don't really want to spend the points that we have on picking up wayfaring and getting Mind's Compass, which obviously, you know, has a lot of utility. So we're just gonna like sort of skate by the edge of the desert here. We're gonna get lost over and over again. We've discovered the lair of Tashem Sail, the legendary boar. Okay, this might be worth examining. Okay, there are some neutral pigs around here. Bunch of those hostile plants. Oh god. Okay. We were accosted by a boar. Doesn't seem like a big problem. Although again, very limited value in killing these boars. They are not worth a lot of XP. Try to avoid dealing with the kudzu as best we can because we don't want to rust our items. You know, it said we encountered a lair. I sure haven't seen anything yet that looks like a lair to me. This is a trash monk. Rust-flaked trash from a cross-section of eons functions as her habit, contoured to her body by a lifetime of wear. Hey there, you busy? Okay, the answer is yes. We'll just... Oh, you're done fighting. Okay. No longer lost. Do you have any cool junk? You do, but unfortunately, you know that it is valuable. See, this is the problem. We need to find more people to trade with who don't understand the value of the things that they have. Out of nowhere equipment rusting. These plants. I do hate them very much. Alright, so if this is the lair of this legendary boar, in theory, you know, we should be able to meet this boar or find some evidence of its existence. Okay, I think that staircase is probably what we're looking for. But also, a shrine to Mirarem the First. At the Battle of Dukesh Dune, Mirarem fought as a mercenary to liberate worms. He wielded a copper-plated rifle with such artistry that it became forever known as Copper-Plated Lover, the Gift of Worms. Okay, I mean, that seems like a pretty rad thing. It's a campsite here, I guess. We got... Oh, God. So this thing is called a slug snout. You've already seen what its deal is. Scratch hair mats on an elongated snout, and her nostrils drip scood, the liquefied sinew of scavenged corpses, before it can dry and compact into snout shot. Yeah, so they shoot their snout shot at you, and we took 10 damage from that hit. They're a lot less dangerous once you get up on them, obviously. But even so... Okay, it's injured. We got a good solid crit there. We got a couple of points of armor off of it now. But that was a little scary. Decent XP. Friends, I didn't heal. I was like, wow, that sure was a lot of damage we took there. And then I just kept walking around. Holy crow, what am I doing? Okay. Failure is instructive, or at least it can be if you let it be. And we have learned a critical lesson here about remembering to press the rest until healed button when there are no enemies around. I mean, that's just it. It can sometimes be like that in CUD. I'm pretty bummed out. I thought Mistru had a chance of getting a little further than that. But it's fine. You know, we came in here knowing things like this were definitely a possibility. Let's do one more Truekin, but let's do something a little bit different. What about a gun character? What about, like, safety through distance? I mean, the Tinker's kind of a gun character with the turrets. You know, another thing that is that does definitely increase your safety and also is nice for trading purposes is having a whole bunch of ego and some social skills. What if we changed things up a little bit in that way? Yeah, you know what? Let's try something like that. What about the console? So we get a bunch of ego for free here. We are definitely going to also purchase a bunch of extra ego. How high will it let me go? 27? We're going to take 27 ego. Then we have 20 points remaining. I'd like to have some int. I do think we should have some toughness. And then, like, I don't intend to do a lot of direct combat, but some agility, and then, like, a couple points of carry capacity more than anything else with the strength. Gosh, I feel like we're really bad at carrying stuff. All right, you know what? Let's equalize those a little bit. Do I need willpower? Maybe. Maybe eventually. But I'm going to have at it like this. Okay, so if we're playing a character who is probably going to be doing a lot of standing back, a lot of letting others fight our battles, what is a fun adaptation for that? What's a fun piece of cybernetics for that? I mean, some extra dodge so that we're better at just like staying out of things, obviously, could be pretty useful. Carnal instructions dictate the reformation of the face's bone structure and plump tissue mass into a soft and angelic countenance. Through such thaumaturgy, the people of Hori Ibul, cradled in the breast of a collapsed ice shelf, wander its lamplighted streets in rosy-cheeked disinterest. That's a wild way to explain your face is kind of angelic, and that gives you +1 ego. But we're going to take it. We're just going to ego all the way out here. This is going to be different. So, you know what? I'm cool with just like randomizing another name here. So tap this button a couple of times. Poxipa is pretty strong. And then this character's whole thing is going to be having friends. So why don't we take a friend with us? Eros, Abin Shabbat, either or. Ercolano, who appears to be a rocking chair. Asper. I mean, that feels suspiciously close to, right? How could I, of all people, possibly turn down the Esper? Okay, we'll give Joppa another go here. So if you don't start in Joppa, obviously you don't get all of the same quests necessarily, but in all of the starting villages, you will get a quest that leads to the acquisition of the stamped data disk, I believe. And so you can, you know, you will get to the place where you care about going to see Barathrum. And from there, you know, the whole main quest deal. So let's have a real quick look at, first of all, our friend Esper. Though bipedal and clad in robe and sandal, this is no Urshib. With no quills or technical expertise to speak of, this Ursine companion's talents lie in his inexplicable force of ego. Power shines behind his eyes, albeit in the absence of substantial intellect. That feels like a pretty cruel thing to say. Yeah. I'm gonna have him stay aggressive, I guess. We'll see. Maybe this is foolishness. Can we chat? Most espers I meet are terribly unfriendly. It is a shame. We could share water and honey, and all would be well. Do you have stuff? No. Okay, so this is like, this is the way I give you equipment. Hey, listen, live and drink, Esper. For real though, not done here. Recall story. Esper's star apples and honey. Oh, yes. I thought you should know that there is a powerful Esper on the other side of that door. I will go first to reflect the attack. Then we can camp and... I am thinking about star apples and honey. I would like you to cook that when we make camp. Yes? Oh, yes, the powerful Esper. I will go and kill them. And then, star apples and honey. That's it? That's the whole story? Okay. Story is kind of a big word for the thing that occurred. Whoa. Warden Iraim seems to have emitted a freezing ray from her forefeet, showing Mehmet who's the boss. What's going on? Oh, no. So, every game, these characters are regenerated, and even the characters who are always in the world, they often have, like, randomized reputations and stuff, and this version of Mehmet is hated by the Fellowship of Wardens on account of he slayed one of their leaders, which is a hell of a thing. He's also disliked by the villagers of Mazor for worshipping a highly entropic being. And he poisoned a village. Okay, well, it kind of seems like this Mehmet has had it coming. I'm going to step out of the way. We're just going to let those two do what they do. Mehmet's trying to get away, it looks like. Warden keeps up with him, and there goes Mehmet. Oh. Watervine farmers are making a situation of it. Are we all good now? Okay, I think we're all clear. Oh, nope, they're going... Oh, he's fighting Iridad. I guess because Mehmet is on the same faction as all these guys, all of a sudden Iraim has found himself on the wrong side of the villagers of Joppa. Well, okay. So, we're going to take all of this stuff, obviously. Oh no, the cat's getting involved too. We're going to take all of this stuff that has been dropped on the ground. I'm trying to stay out of the combat. Oh no, the Elder's dead. Wow. The Warden is very powerful. And still in fine condition. That's the step right below perfect. Well, I mean, y'all have anything cool? This is kind of the same stuff except salty. I mean, I'll take the extra weapons. Probably these sell okay. Yep, just a bunch of stuff. A lot of spilled blood here. Okay, we got a weird artifact. Ooh, and a silver nugget. So when you step onto a tile, certain sort of things your character just picks up automatically. Yeah, this must have been the what's it called? The convert to the Mechanimist religion. Hey there, Iraim, how you doing? Elder's over my right shoulder, Chemista left. Okay. I mean, parts of the Elder are probably all over your shoulder and also other parts of you. You know what? Your thirst is mine. My water is yours. I want to get on the right side of the Fellowship of Wardens after that. My reputation with the villagers of Joppa increased because they admire this warden. Ah, the Bearthromites, not so much. Okay, well. You have a nice day now. Hold on a second. Is there... I can't totally close the door. Oh, hold on. I can close this door and then go through this dresser. Grab some of this. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Also, this weird artifact. What are you? This dresser is not owned by you. And I broke the weird artifact. Well, it happens. Hey, Esper, maybe not a great time to open the door, friend. It did happen after the looting, though, so we're okay. The warden has wiped off the blood, it would seem. And I guess we're all just pretending that everything's fine and normal. We're going to get that. We're going to check out this chest. Found some strange tubes. I will examine it. It turns out to be a metal folding chair. You know what? I'll take it. Put on some studded leather armor instead of a filthy toga, which apparently is what we were wearing. And you know, all these people dying right away at the beginning of the adventure, it definitely has some interesting effects. We get to take a lot more loot. For some reason, there's a glass bottle full of blood here. I mean, may as well take it. Free bottle. Oh, no, okay, the Mechanimist convert totally survived. I guess somebody else just had a weird artifact for whatever reason. Well, you know what, friend? I will, in fact, make this journey on your behalf. Live and drink. Okay. Thanks for the salt mill. Okay, Tam, do you have anything fun this game? Ooh, okay, some painted stuff. That's interesting. This buckler is painted with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Muxerduct. In 4549 BR, Muxerduct, hourglass dancer, died of natural causes. She was 111 years old. And wielding this would give you bonus reputation with the cult of the hourglass dancer. I guess it's interesting to know that such a cult exists. A painted musket, painted with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Suxurhim. Deep in the wilds of the market aristocracy of Carcoan, Suxurhim stumbled upon a clan of water barons performing a secret ritual. Because of her reputation for murdering someone with a revolver loaded with a single bullet, they furiously rebuked her and declared her a villain to their kind. Okay, well that tells us the location of a place and gives us a nice easy quest. I think we probably want to take this musket. This glow sphere, if I'm not mistaken, is an object that burns as bright as a torch, but just never it never runs out. It is a perpetually glowing object, and I think that would be super rad to have, so we don't have to worry about torches anymore. Ooh, ring mail. An Isachari sun veil. Cloth in the sunbanning hue of saltzite is folded snug to the fit of head and neck. 200 reputation with the Isachari tribe. I don't know exactly what the reputation thresholds are. It might be the case that that is enough to make them not hostile to us anymore, but I wouldn't put money on it. And so I won't, you know. Okay, so we got a couple of pieces of loot that we can sell here, although not for very much. These wide-brimmed hats are remarkably valuable. The crown is crushed by wear into 100 papery creases, and the brim is stained in the fractal signatures of sweat and salt. I don't really think I want to wear these. I mean, like, I know they have a point of dodge value, but they also are relatively valuable. Don't really need these sandals either, honestly. We started with some extra items here, and we will have a look at those in a minute. Definitely selling you the silver nugget. I think we're going to... Well, the metal folding chair is worth $385, so is the salt mills, because we only need 2 items to give to Argive, right? So I guess I'm going to give you this folding chair, sell you this folding chair, And I think that's pretty good. You see, we're giving up 87 drams worth of stuff in exchange for 96. So there's going to be just a small exchange of water. All right, I think that's pretty good. Did I remember to take the bullets? I did remember to take the bullets. Okay. All right, let us... First of all, apparently I have another weird artifact here. A pair of spring-loaded sandals. Against bonus move speed. Okay. Those I will equip. I probably should have sold my glow sphere, huh? Alright, let's definitely equip that as well. Not that I necessarily intend to have to use it a bunch, but better to have it than not. Alright, let's go have a chat with Mr. Argive here. I will return with your knickknack. I'm just going to give you... Oh, interesting. Okay, I was going to give him the chair. I don't know which of these salt mills was the holy one. So I guess we're probably not doing that. You know, these grenades just remove plant life. I think we can probably give those two up. Defoliant grenades, not terribly exciting. Alright, some easy XP. And then, yeah, he wants a bunch of wire. We know this one. We are familiar with his game. So I believe the statue over here on this tile is always the same. But the other statue, the graveyard statue, should be different. Where is it? Is it in the little room? Naimum died of old age. Ishri Marak crushed to death by a falling set of grave goods. Well, that feels... This is a frustrating way to die. And I bet they would agree if they were here. At a remote tavern in Pond Theocracy of Dabamish, Shashid met with a group of cooks and commissioned a meal that evoked the presence of a frosty snowflake. She named it the Pet of Snowflake, because naming things is very difficult. Alright, we can't get the other quest that we normally get in Joppa because the quest giver was brutally murdered right in front of us. Is that... That is Dabamish Pond. We had another discovery, didn't we? I don't see another tile with the marker in the top right. Yeah, alright, well. I can't believe we managed to make it all the way over here without getting lost. We've discovered Dabamish Pond. And it is night, and I forgot to equip my glow stick. Glow sphere, rather. Oh, it auto-equipped a torch for us, though. I would rather be doing this. Okay, yeah, pretty limited visibility, pretty terrifying salt hopper. Oh, you know what? I forgot to convince somebody to come with us. Apparently we have a force bracelet. But so the ability I was talking about was this. Persuade an intelligent creature to join you. Ego plus character level, attack versus MA plus character level. So obviously it works a lot better on things that are your level or lower. Yeah, I didn't even see this here. Okay, well, I mean, it's a force bracelet. I think we can guess what that does. And we have a normality gas grenade. cast iron bulb is clamped by a lever with a pull ring. The shell is etched with lattice work. It does not actually say anything about the function of normality gas, and I don't exactly remember. It's probably fine. It probably doesn't matter. You know? Alright, I don't really want to have to fight the... Oh, never mind. Apparently we are doing some amount of fighting. I don't necessarily think these things are intelligent enough to proselytize to. I'm going to turn on my force bracelet. Okay, that's pretty rad. And a single lucky shot right into the nullworm's face. A lot of damage occurred there. The air vibrates destructively around Esper, and I took 11. Okay, buddy, are you just like... Are you just loosing big AoE damage attacks? Because that's not... I'm right here. I think you should be more careful. I was kind of hoping he was going to fight back a little bit more than it looks like he is fighting. Do you need assistance? Because I'm not in a great place to offer that. Oh, gotta reload the musket. Trying to fire at point blank to reduce the likelihood that I will accidentally hit Esper. Got 11 damage out of it. Whew, okay. Buddy, you gotta be more careful. You know what we're gonna do? We're going to press this button and rest until healed. Okay. Got some skill points. What do we want to do with them? We're pulling quite a lot of skill points. 204 here. So let's have a quick look at the... persuasion bits here. Oh, I accidentally expanded all instead of just that one. Okay, here we go. So we have proselytize, the ability to persuade a creature to join you. We have inspiring presence. Your words embolden your companions, and I don't know exactly what that means. You'll notice we do not have the base persuasion category. Which would also give us Menacing Stare for free, since it has a 0 cost. You stare down a nearby opponent and send them fleeing in terror. Intimidate allows you to terrify adjacent hostile creatures, like all of them, which obviously could have a lot of uses. Berate allows you to shame a nearby creature for 66 rounds, giving it really quite impressive penalties. -4 to dodge and -4 to hit feels pretty harsh. And Snake Oiler, which makes us better at sales. So we could lean into this stuff a little bit. But I wonder if we might be better off getting something else. We could pick up some basic wayfaring skills. Maybe I should learn how to fire this gun. Okay, all of the gun skills unfortunately require agility, including the ones that don't cost any skill points. So we're probably never going to be very good at that. What is our... Our agility is 16. So it's not impossible that we could get to the basics of this stuff. It's not really what I want to be doing. Customs and folklore, first of all, allows us to get extra rep for the water ritual. Then the ability to learn random secrets from trash, which is pretty fun. What is there to learn about endurance? The ability to shake off being dazed or stunned, the ability to swim better, poison tolerance. Okay, so not necessarily stuff that's like super relevant here. I guess Juicer is kind of interesting. You can ingest one additional tonic without it reacting adversely, which we still kind of don't know what that means. It's very easy to slide off the bottom of the menu here. I probably want to pick up tinkering and stuff eventually too. You are much more successful at examining artifacts, and you can deploy wiring. I'm not even 100% sure what it would mean to deploy wiring. Do we want any of this stuff? We can pick up deploy turret pretty fast. I don't know. I think I want to get base persuasion, which is also going to give us menacing stare, which seems like the kind of thing that might help keep us alive. And then we could save the other 100. It might be a good idea to pick up a shield if we're not planning on doing a lot of combat necessarily. We just want to like have a defensive thing in our hands to improve survivability. As long as you wield a shield, there's a 50% chance you block one melee attack per round. When you block it, you add the shield's AV bonus to yours for the attack. Okay, I mean, that seems like it would be useful. Eventually, you know, just a way to keep surviving in combat. For the moment, I think we're going to just hold on to our 100 points. So we don't necessarily have to look around here. There will probably be pretty good loot. Are you doing okay? It's rated fine. He took more damage than we did, so you can see why it would take longer for it to heal. Okay, saltwater. I mean, oh! What on earth? There's a horned chameleon around the corner there. You know what we're going to do? We are going to fix it with a menacing stare. Okay, it is overwhelmed with terror. That actually worked. We are bleeding pretty badly. So this might be a good time to go ahead and just hit that salve injector. Esper. My dude, must you? Alright, you know what? Force bracelet on. I didn't change the cell in my bracelet. Okay, replace the cell with the other fidget cell. Unfortunately, doing so is going to cost us a turn. All right, now we turn it on. Okay, reload gun. Esper, you are history's greatest coward. Okay, you know, the gun gets it done, and it doesn't require necessarily a lot of skill to wield. Oh God, there was an additional horned chameleon. I thought we were safe. I guess I'm going to hit another salve injector. We're really low on health. I'm a little worried that if we don't do this, I am going to die. All right, reload gun. Try to get away from this thing. Where the hell did Esper go? Look, I found him. Okay. Well, at least when we located him, he did actually do something. Okay, so there's a lot of hostile chameleons around here. They like to wait around corners and then ambush you. Maybe not a great place to be exploring at our very low level. Oh, it looks like there's something on this table. Sorry, open? Yeah, there we go. Engraved leather moccasins. What are they engraved with? A scene from the life of Muxerduct. During a trek through Akagatara, Muxerduct's chariot was driven off a cliff by a bandit company of tortoises. Luckily, a group of nearby electricians came to her rescue. Moved by their kindness, Muxerduct enrolled at a local workshop as an apprentice. This is the story of how the Sultan got a degree in electrical engineering. Okay. Even more quests, even more, you know, this might be worth something. Let's go ahead and take that. The leather armor, on the other hand, is like very heavy. So, a bunch of sleeping bags. All of them just sort of floating on top of the body of water there. Oh, what are you? A salamander and member of the cult of Shashid. Well, What if you died instead of coming over here? 10 XP. That was hardly worth the bullets. Okay. You know, we don't have any particular skill with this gun, but it sure does make life easy even so. Alright, we got this. You know what? I'm going to menacing stare at this thing. And then shoot it in the back while it's running. You know, for reasons of honor. Okay. Esper, you are not providing a lot of assistance right now. What's the story with that? Ooh. Hello now. Okay, so we got a couple of books here. Esper is getting into trouble. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to like shoot through him very effectively. I am going to grab this. We'll worry about reading it later. Okay, Esper is fighting a random salamander. He gets the job done. Okay, so there's a couple of different kinds of books in Caves of Cud. These are white text books, which means that when we read them, they're pretty much just made of like Markov chain generated text. Many of them will just say you read one of the few legible excerpts from this thing. Sometimes you'll encounter one that has like actually pages of text in it that you can paginate through, but they never contain much of value. I believe there are circumstances where you can learn stuff from white books, but it's just like you interact with it and it says your character learned it, I believe. Actually reading the text is never super helpful. That said, we're still going to do it because it's often funny. Thought forms directed toward individuals produce definitely marked effects. These effects being either partially reproduced in every direction, just as the high pneumatic ducts was cut to a quick release lever. So yeah, you know, gibberish like that. Within a week's span, the muscle will soften and start to decompose. A treatise on your to hit. We are going to take these with us though, because we're going to encounter a situation in which they are very valuable. And I'll talk about that more when we get closer to it. So we managed to get another level up there. I gotta say, I feel like Intimidate's probably a pretty strong thing to have. -4 penalty to dodge and hit. I mean, Berate is also obviously very good. You know what? I think let's pick that up. And then I'm going to risk my life by stepping down a level. Okay. Something has chirped to the northwest. We've discovered a musket turret. It's just a musket on some legs with a computer targeting system. Obviously, that's a free musket if we can get to it. It is also potentially the case that attempting to get to it is just going to get us killed. Oh dear. That is a rifle turret. That is considerably scarier. Okay, Esper, can you please be just a little bit more careful there, buddy? I saw something take a ton of damage. He's still in perfect health. He's exhausted now. Here, I'm going to help him shoot at this stuff. Okay, what is this gas? Corrosive gas. What happened here? Oh, I think, this is not just a random chameleon. Okay. Pitateotl, legendary horned chameleon, leader of the cult of Shashid. Alright, that's interesting. Hated by insects for sowing their fields with salt, disliked by the villagers of Shirka for lighting a beacon fire to warn their enemies. Sure. Okay, well it does seem like a thing worth killing, but I did not realize that it was a big special creature when I started engaging with it. It might be a good time to back up a little bit, try to get away from these guns. I am not 100% sure where the corrosive gas is coming from. Pitateotl is just releasing it according to the text log. Starts releasing corrosive gas. Maybe that's a kind of mutation. He is badly wounded. But also, I'm obviously like very worried about shooting past him and hitting the bear. Never mind, we got there. We are now despised by the cult of Shashid, although I have to say, I don't feel like we were getting a lot of slack from them anyway. Our reputation with insects has increased by 220 points. They really didn't like this guy. Okay. S-Bear also gained a level. That's fun. That's good to know. And we're going back upstairs. S-Bear, buddy, how you doing? Badly wounded. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. Let's rest until healed. You are still actually very badly injured. Well, there's only so much we can do about that. Hold on a second. Is that a treasure chest? Right there. I'm pretty sure that I did not interact with that. Yeah, there's only so much I can do about the turrets. It seems quite dangerous to head back down there. Mostly dangerous for our pal here. Okay. Copper nugget stuff. We'll take all that. They have done a pretty good job here of signaling to us that they do not want us in this area. It's subtle, but if you look for it, it's there. So I'm wondering if we should just bail. Like, that rifle turret is going to have a real gun on it. Or it does currently have a real gun on it, which means if we can get over there and turn it off or break it or whatever, we can steal a pretty valuable weapon. But we do have to survive to get it. What does Rebuke Robot actually do? Admonish the robot into following your commands. Can I... Nope, didn't want to do that. I want to talk to my bear. Want to talk to my bear. Direct to stay there. Ow. Okay, so that's a special treasure chest over there. And also, I really do want to, obviously, really do want to get to this stuff. I was thinking we could attempt to get close to them, rebuke one of the turrets into killing the other turret for us. But it is looking a little bit less survivable now. And I forgot to change the cell in the... Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go back upstairs. Let's rest until... Uh-oh. That salamander's trying to get up here. We maybe should just salve. Already our last salve. Is the bear just not going to help? Okay. I guess we didn't really need it. Rest until healed. Okay. So what I should be doing is like taking these and equipping them in our arm slots. Just like strap it to your arm and then, you know, you're charging it. I have forgotten, so we're going to have to use the chem cell to power it up there. But the fact that we can just put on a force field and then walk forward should, I think... oops, let me reload my gun here. Should allow us to pretty easily take out the turrets. I just gotta, you know, actually get close to it. Oh, right. The force field is going to push the turret back. I guess I'm going to rebuke it. Oh, rebuke is a melee range ability. Well, if I'm honest, I don't love that. I'm going to... The Pet of Snowflake. It's a tonic. Interesting. All right, we're going to grab this, and then how is my cell doing? It's low, so we're probably not going to make it out. What do I think the pet of Snowflake might do if I use it? You gain 2 attribute points. I mean, that's pretty good. We also have Skulk. Movement speed is increased. You can see in the dark. Suffered double damage from light-based effects. Okay, so it doesn't make us literally invisible or anything, which is a shame. We do have some gas grenades. Like we have some proper like damaging grenades. All right, I'm gonna try to throw this grenade. Okay, kind of threw that a little bit short of where I would have liked. The rifle turret is taking damage from the corrosive gases acid, so I think I'm just gonna try to wait it out. It's doing damage in all those spaces up. It's also spreading into this area. Okay, I slipped on some slime here. That is a crocodile. Pretty inconvenient. The crocodile's getting menacing stared. Get out of here. Oops, I don't mean that. I meant reload. Okay. We don't really have a lot of options here. I'm just going to step outside and we're going to see what happens. So this chem cell's totally drained. The fidget cell has not recharged very much yet. You know what? Oh, I took damage from the corrosive gases acid. I'm trying to shoot this thing while it's running away. You know, sportsmanship. I'm hitting the walls a lot because I'm a very bad shot. Okay, that worked pretty well though. Well, that rifle turret definitely still exists. Oh, come on. Just die to gunfire. Alright, reloaded. This is concerning. I can just step over to it and try to hit the rebuke. Okay, I'm gonna step back a step, rest until healed. Nope, here comes the crocodile. Okay, this gun is doing some very impressive damage. All right, once again, rest until healed. Okay. Here we go. Ow! Rest until healed. Nope, didn't mean to start sprinting. Oh no. More crocodiles. Reload. Oh, I don't have any ammo. Okay. My plan was to back up and start you heal up and take the run at the thing again. Because if we can just get it to miss one shot as we're approaching, that would be absolutely huge. I'm gonna proselytize to this croc. Okay, I did convince. You know, I maybe was misunderstanding the definition of intelligent here. I was thinking more like sapient. But okay, we convinced the croc to join us. Can I rest until healed now? Not really. I'm not even sure why I stopped resting there. Ah, the croc is fighting. Well, I'm gonna let it do that. Okay. I healed to full. I gained 375 XP. Okay, our friendly croc, proselytized and emboldened, killed one of the turrets, I think. That's exciting. Okay, only 6 damage on the first shot means we have a chance to run over here and... Can I just turn it off? Probably not. I'm going to rebuke it. Okay, that did not work. Your argument does not compute, we are told by the chat log. And I am out of salve, right? Well, how's this thing doing? Did it take much damage? No, it's in perfect shape. I thought that acid grenade connected at least a little bit. All right, I'm gonna attempt to just make it back into the doorway. The force bracelet's totally drained. Menacing stare's not gonna do anything. This is not an intelligent target. Nope, okay, didn't quite make it. I thought if I made it back to the doorway there, it seemed like the croc was on its way over and would maybe have fought the thing for us. Although the croc was also wounded from fighting the first turret, so who knows if it even would have survived. Okay, but I feel a little silly that I didn't realize proselytize would work on an animal intelligence. That being the case, we could definitely have convinced more things to help us out. I believe you're allowed to have more than one proselytized ally at a time. I don't know what the limit is. Well, it's something worth trying, right? So obviously that's gonna be it for us for today. A couple of deaths. We're reacquainting ourselves with, first of all, the basic mechanics of the game, and secondly, the very intense danger of Cud. That character felt really powerful. We got to start with some really cool stuff, and I am bummed at how quickly we died, especially since we found some pretty cool items very quickly. But when you come back next time, I think we're gonna try Priscillitize's character again, and this time we're just gonna make better use of it. Why fight the rifle turrets when you can have your army of crocodiles fight the rifle turrets for you? So come back for that, and we'll see you then.